All right, today we are going to start in a comfortable seated position. So you can find your way to your mat, bringing your legs to cross in front of you. Your hands can come to your knees. They can just come to rest in your lap to start. We'll close our eyes gently. Just start to feel the rise and fall of each breath. Good. Start to bring some awareness to your surroundings. Maybe noticing any noises. Noticing if you're holding any tension in your body. Maybe as you sit here, you feel the front of your hips kind of trying to work to keep yourself in place. See if you can kind of let some of that tension go. Let's check into the shoulders, see if you can relax them down your back. Bringing your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Check into your jaw, see if you are clenching or holding any positions in the mouth. Very common place to kind of hold some stress and tension. But start to bring your hand to your low belly. Your other hand can come to your heart. We'll work on just some quick breathing here. We're going to try to focus on using our diaphragm. So imagine first we're going to actually just open our mouth, kind of just bring some awareness to the diaphragm by huffing. So you'll open the mouth and kind of just make a huff sound like this. But once you do that, maybe you'll notice your diaphragm down there just a little bit more. Then each inhale, imagine your diaphragm transcending down to the floor as you inhale. Good. Each exhale brings the diaphragm back up underneath the ribs, pressing all of the air out. Good. Inhale again, press through that bottom hand, filling up the lungs. And exhale, let your hand come back towards the spine, bringing your belly button in. Take about 3 more breaths just like that on your own. This breathing helps to calm our nervous system, stimulate the parasympathetics. One more deep breath here. Good, and then bring your eyes open. You're gonna interlace the fingers and take a long body stretch. Push your palms forward and then all the way up, reaching towards the ceiling. Good, take a deep breath here. Exhale the hands out to the side, reach them long. Good, exhale the right hand down to the mat, reach your left fingertips over, side body stretch here. Option to come down onto that elbow. Keep that left hip planted into the mat. Good, press through that bottom hand, coming over to the other side. Good, once again, pressing through that hand, bring yourself up to center. Give yourself a tight squeeze, bringing your right hand on top, your left hand on, or your left elbow on bottom. Then just give yourself a tight squeeze. Good, press your chest forward, coming into almost a baby back bend. Good, come back. Bring your arms overhead, long body stretch here. And exhale, switch the arms, bringing your right hand under, left arm on top this time. Good, and then lean back into that. Look up towards the ceiling. Good, arms out overhead. And exhale, hinge at the hips as you slowly fold over the front of your legs. Your legs can stay like this. We're gonna take a quick forward fold, letting our head hang heavy. Always an option to come out into a ring sit if you'd like to take a bound angle pose instead. Good, start to walk your hands back up. Extend your left leg out in front. Right ankle over the left knee to start. Bring your right hand back behind you. We're going to take a spinal twist here. Left fingertips reach up. Then exhale that left elbow outside of the right knee. But you can keep that bottom leg extended, or if you want to bring it in just a little bit, twisting yourself up, and then get back into that twist. Good, keep the spine long, extending up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, counter twist over to the other side. Good, extend the right leg out long, left ankle over the right knee. Option to bend that bottom leg underneath. Good, bring the left hand behind the back. And reach up first, really extending the spine. Exhale, right elbow outside of left knee. Take your twist over to the left. Good, exhale, counter twist over to the other side. Bring both knees in towards your chest, rolling onto our back. Good, when you get there, option to wrap your arms around your legs and just take a couple of moments to kind of roll out that back, maybe move side to side. Good, when you're ready, we'll start to roll up the length of our mat, building up some momentum. And then bringing ourselves over to a tabletop position. When you get there, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, hips over your knees. We'll take a few cat-cows here in this position. So inhale, drop the belly and look up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone under. Good, inhale, drop the belly, look up. And then exhale, round the back. Good, take a few more just like that at your own pace. Good, when you're ready, come back to a neutral spine. Firm up your hands, spreading your fingertips wide, pressing through the knuckles. Tuck your back toes under, and then lift your knees just an inch off the mat. So we're engaging the core here, reaching the crown of the head forward. Your knees are off of the mat, really using your abdominals to support and stabilize your body. Good, hold this here for 3. Down dog in 2, and 1. Press those hips up high. Good, when you get here, obviously take some time to really get into this pose. Maybe bending into both knees. Feeling a nice calf stretch. Good, reach your chest through your arms. The head extends down to the ground. Your heels are reaching towards the mat. Good. Inhale, you'll come over to your high plank pose. Bring your hips in line with your spine. So maybe you step your toes back just a little bit. Good. Exhale, drop the knees. Bend the elbows back as you slowly lower. Inhale, push through the hands, reach the chest up. Good. Exhale, tuck your back toes, coming back to your tabletop and then pressing up to a downward facing dog. There's your option 1 for your chaturanga flow. Option 2, inhale, shoulders over wrist. Exhale, bend the elbows down, half plank. Tuck the tops of your feet underneath you, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck those toes, send the hips high for downward facing dog. Good, inhale the right toes high. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, drop the back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. Good, exhale, hands down to the mat. Step your left toes forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Good, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Good, reach the arms long. Then exhale, fold you down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step your toes back, and move through your chaturanga flow. So take one of the options. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale, reaches your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, left toes go high this time. Exhale, step it through. Drop the back knee, hook your thumbs as you inhale. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, reach that crown of the head forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through to the heart. Good, take up space as you inhale. Exhale brings you back down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back. Move through your vinyasa flow. Good, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right toes high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, hold it here. Good, inhale, right toes high. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, drop the back knee. Hook your thumbs and rise. Exhale, bring your hands back behind your hips. Interlace your fingers and press the knuckles down towards the ground, opening up the front of the chest. Good, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Good, exhale, fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, prayer through to heart center. Good, bring your hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Then press down towards the ground, this time adding in the hips. Maybe you press the hips forward. Good, inhale, come back to center, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through to the heart. We're folding all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your toes back, move through your flow. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, knee to elbow, hold it here. Good, inhale, left toes high. Exhale, step it through. Drop your back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. Good, take another back bend here. Any option you'd like. I'm gonna take the same one, interlacing my fingers behind my hips, then reaching my collarbones up towards the ceiling. Good, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, arms overhead. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Hold it here, close your eyes. Bring your feet to touch. Feel the ground underneath you. Maybe noticing your ankles stabilizing. Ooh, excuse me. Stabilizing the rest of your body in place. Taking away the vision can challenge our balance system. Good, when you're ready, inhale the arms overhead. Open your eyes, look up. Exhale, hands through, forward fold. Separate your feet about hips width distance. Option to take a ragdoll pose here. Holding on to opposite elbows with opposite hands. Let your head just hang heavy here. Maybe you look up towards your belly button. Good, come back to center, toes touch at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift to prepare. Exhale, plant the hands, step your toes back. Move through your flow. Good, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Firm up your foundation, especially your toes here. We're gonna wake up the core a little bit. So start to bring your right hand towards your left ankle in downward facing dog. Good, then come back, and then bring your left hand to your right ankle. Good. Take that a few more times on each side. Moving nice and controlled. Good, let's take one more on each side. Good, meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, the right toes go high. Exhale, knee to nose, hold it here. Send those right toes to the left side of your mat, coming into a fallen star, supporting yourself on your right hand, and then lifting your left fingertips high. Good, your hips should be reaching towards the ceiling. Good, exhale, left hand back down to the mat, reach your right toes high. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, right fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. Good, low lunge twist. Keep that back leg straight, reaching the back of the knee up towards the ceiling. Good, maybe play around with reaching up towards the ceiling to come off of that left hand. Good, exhale the right hand down to the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Good, coming into your crescent lunge. Nice firm back leg. Bend in the front knee. Good, exhale, hands come back behind you, airplane pose. Good, inhale, arms up overhead, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands back behind you for airplane arms. Good, inhale, arms overhead. This time, exhale, hands come back behind you. Remember, pressing off those left toes, coming into an actual airplane pose. Your hands can stay back towards your hips. They can come to your heart. Good, we're gonna take a revolved half moon today. So bring your left fingertips down to the mat, and then you're gonna reach your right fingertips high. So opposite arm, opposite leg are touching the mat, and then you're opening up to the right. Good, exhale, right hand down to the mat, standing splits. Let your head hang towards the ground here. Good, exhale, touch your left toes to the right back corner of your mat. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, touch those left corners back. Inhale, standing splits. One more time. Exhale, left toes to the back of the corner. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, plant both toes next to each other. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step both feet back to move through your flow. Good, taking that on the other side. Left toes go high. Exhale, knee to nose, hold it here. Send those left toes through your right arm. Reach the right fingertips high. Fallen star. Good, exhale the right hand down. Left toes go back up high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot between your hands. Keep the right hand planted, left fingertips reach high. Good, exhale, left hands down. Inhale brings you up into your crescent lunge. Good, your back heel is reaching to the back of the room. Maybe engage those quads on the back leg to really strengthen and straighten that back leg out. Good, exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, airplane arms. Reach your crown of your head forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Good, this next one, we're gonna come into our airplane pose. Right toes reach off the mat. Good, hold it here. Good, take a deep breath here. Exhale, plant the right hand down, come into your revolved half moon, left fingertips high. Exhale, left hand down to the mat, standing splits. Good, your back heel, lifted heel is reaching to the back of the room, nice and strong. Exhale, tap your right toes back to the left corner. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, tap those toes. Good, use the strength of your left leg to bring you back into standing splits. One more time, tap those right toes down. Inhale, standing splits. Good, exhale, the right foot touches the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back, move through your flow. Good, take a few deep breaths here in this downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale, feeling the belly button reach towards the hips. And then exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. Good, inhale, the right toes will go high. Exhale, knee to nose, hold it here. Inhale, right toes high. Open the hip, stack the right hip on top. Option here to play around with flipping your dog. So your right toes tap down behind you, coming over into almost a wheel pose. Good, if you flipped your dog, start to rotate back, placing your right hand on the mat, right toes high. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, just right up into our crescent lunge. Good, exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, airplane arms, and then lift those left toes off the mat. Good, come right into your revolved half moon, left toes come down, left fingertips come down, right fingertips reach high. Twisting over to the right, check back into that lifted leg. If you can press that heel back. Good, exhale, both hands down to the mat. Standing splits. Good, exhale, curtsy squat, bend into the knee, and then slowly start to stand yourself up onto your right leg, one-legged Tadasana. Good, place that left ankle over the right knee, come into your standing figure four. Good, bending your hips back like you're moving into a chair pose. Your hands can stay at your heart, and then find a point out in front of you to focus on as you balance on your right leg. Good, inhale, slowly come out of that. Place your left toes down, reach your arms high overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back to move through your flow. Awesome, one more side here. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it here. Good, inhale, left toes high. Option to flip your dog on the other side, or just open up that left side of the hip. You flipped your dog, come back to center, both hands planted on the mat, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your left foot through, coming into your crescent lunge. Inhale brings you overhead. Good, exhale, airplane arms back. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands behind your back. Good, inhale, arms overhead. One more time. Exhale, hands come to your hips, and then reach your right toes back behind you. Good, airplane pose. Come right into your revolved half moon, bring your right hand down, left fingertips reach up. Good, see if you can rotate around your spine, bringing your collarbones forward to the left side of the room. Good, exhale, left hands down to the mat. Standing splits. Exhale, bend into both knees, curtsy squat. And then slowly press through that standing leg, coming into your one-legged Tadasana. Good. Place your right ankle over your left knee, and then come into your standing figure four. Really sink those hips low, but find a spot out in front of you to focus on, your drishti. Good. Inhale comes back to center. Right toes down to the mat. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Close your eyes here. Take a couple of quick moments in this space to just focus on our breath, noticing how much it's changed over the course of the class. Good, take a deep inhale here. Exhale, open the mouth, side out. Good, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Good, take another standing forward fold. Maybe another ragdoll, or if you want to hold on to your two big toes with your peace fingers, and then pull your head down towards the ground. Good, come back to center. Bring your toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back. Option to move through one last vinyasa flow. Good, slowly start to walk your feet up towards the top of the mat. Bring your feet about mat's width distance, and then bring your toes to face out. Your heels are going to stay facing in. Then you're going to sink yourself low, coming into a yogi squat. Good, your hands can come to touch in front of your heart. Your elbows can press in to the insides of your thighs. Opening up the hips here. Now bring your left hand down to the ground, keeping that connection with your elbow. And then reach your right fingertips high. We're opening up to the side. Good, come back to center. Your right hand now reaches down to the ground. Left hand reaches high. Open that up. Good, come back to center. Yogi squat. Then bring your hands back behind you, coming down onto a seat. Awesome. When you get here, just start to let the legs fall from one side to the other. We did a lot of balancing today, really working the hips, really working the ankles. Good, when you're ready, we'll slowly lower down onto our back. Good, bring both legs in towards your chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze. Good, when you're ready, keep that right knee in toward your chest, left toes long. Bring your right knee over to the left. supine spinal twist here. As always, if this puts a little too much strain on your hip, you can just stack the knees over to the left. Reach your right fingertips long out to a T, and then maybe follow with your gaze. Good, come back up to center. We'll take that on the other side. So right leg goes long, and then left knee comes over to the side. Come back through center. Good option to take any other poses that I might not have brought you through. Maybe you want to take a happy baby, bending into both legs, maybe straightening them out. Doing a nice hamstring stretch. Maybe you want to take a bridge pose, sending your hips up to the ceiling. Good, and then when you are fully satisfied and ready for your resting posture, you can let the legs relax out to the sides. Letting your feet and toes fall out. Covering your shoulder blades underneath you, giving you some nice opening of the chest as you relax your shoulders down towards the ground. But when you get to your resting posture, just close your eyes and let your body be still in this moment for a few minutes. And you can always stay here in this space, in this pose, letting your body and mind relax, taking time for yourself. If you're ready to move on with your weekend, you can start to wake up the toes and the fingers. And then bring your arms overhead for a long body stretch. Feeling the stretch all the way through the entire body. Good, knees come to center, curling up into a tight ball. Give yourself one last hug. And then rolling off onto one side. And slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seat wherever you might be, whatever it might look like to you. Your hands can come to your knees, or they can come to touch in front of your heart. Thank you for showing yourself some love by joining in on yoga today. For always taking time to be present in the moment. Namaste.